Hello molecules, it's time to start cutting up my Porsche 911 for that wide body. In order for us to fit these thick new wheels and tires, we're gonna have to trace out a new arch and get to cutting. So even though this thing has had a ton of bad paint jobs, it's been passed around more than a collection plate, it's still the most expensive car I've ever bought, so I wanna do it right. What I did first is cut out the new shape of the wheel arch, and then I removed all these fuzzy bits so the car wouldn't catch on fire when I started welding. And in order to get a clean weld, we have to make sure that all of our surfaces are ground to bare metal. The gaps at the corners of the arch can be closed with the existing sheet metal, but the top is a bit trickier. I chose to cut out the entire upper section of the arch instead of making a bunch of relief cuts and violently hammering them upwards. I used some tape to make a stencil of the opening, and then I cut out what I needed from the FRS roof that we replaced with carbon fiber. If you guys like these videos but wish they were a bit longer, I invite you to check out my series called Unclapped, where I transform a beat up FRS into something straight out of Need for Speed. With a filler piece covered in some weld through primer, it's time to start stitch welding it all together. So now we have the gap in the quarter panel successfully closed, but we're not done yet. All this work needs to be protected. So after abrading and degreasing the metal and masking off the surface, it's time to spray it with some 2K epoxy primer in a can. We're gonna spray 3 wet coats and let this dry for 24 hours. The next day, we remask the area and hit it with some 3M heavy-bodied seam sealer. This stuff is a 2-part epoxy that's super strong and it encapsulates the work area, protecting it, and it also has rust inhibitors built in that prevent corrosion. Next, I'm gonna lay down 3 coats of rubberized undercoating to help tie in the work area and offer even more protection. All in all, I'm really happy with how the rear quarter panels turned out. Even Shop Daddy Adam approved.
Good job.
Now we gotta figure out how to attach these over fenders without showing any hardware or gluing them to the car.